I'm going to show you the easiest way to manage your wheel strategy trades using the Premium Pirates automated campaign tracker. Once you get set up in Premium Pirates, it's incredibly easy if you want to bring in all your old trading history. So just go in and create an account, add transactions, pick your broker, and export a CSV with your trading history from your broker. This is easy on most of the major brokers. I've got a few here done as an example. You can hit load transactions. What you got here is a preview of what you're going to be importing. You just want to verify that everything is accurate and it looks like it's supposed to. And once you do, go ahead and hit import. In just a few seconds, I was able to import years of trading history from trading the wheel strategy. You can see my net premium over time, my cumulative net premium, performance versus the S&P. It's got all the campaigns I currently have open and a record of everything I've ever done through my closed positions. I'm going to dive into one of my closed positions just so I can give you a little bit more in-depth view of what it actually looks like when you explore a campaign. So there's quite a few in here, so you can imagine trying to import these manually retroactively would have been, a ton of work. So I've got this AT&T campaign, and as I'm showing you this, just try to keep in your mind, if you were to try to track this manually or a manual tracking tool or even a spreadsheet, how much detail would have gone into tracking the entire life of this campaign. So it was originally opened. I sold a cash secured put. I got $7.95 in premium. I got assigned, right? Then I turned around. I sold a covered call. That expired. I sold a covered call. That expired. I sold another one. I actually doubled down and I opened up another cash secured put and increased my open risk on this position. So if you look at the Campaign Explorer over time, you can see my cumulative net premium going up. Each time that it expired and I wrote a new covered call, here when I doubled down and opened more risk, and you can see average risk over the life of this campaign as well. It was flat until I opened up the cash secured put. Annualized return when I started was obviously extremely high, but went down as the campaign was open. This particular campaign was open 116 days, so it was an incredibly lengthy campaign. At one point in here, there's actually a dividend. You can see I got assigned on that second cash secured put, so I started selling 2 covered calls a week, and then there's a dividend here for $27.75. It was just a tremendous amount of activity. On May the 31st, the price of the underlying asset of AT&T finally went above my basis, and I got assigned on the call I had open, and the campaign is considered closed at that point. So when I opened the position to close the position, it was over 100 days, and I actually sold at the same price as my basis. So if I were to look at the tools in my broker, it would tell me that I made no money, that I had no return on this entire position, because it's only looking at the movements of the underlying asset. But those of us trading the wheel, we know that's not entirely true. In fact, it wasn't flat. I actually earned $178.73 in premium, which was a 6% return over the course of this campaign, which netted out to a 22% annualized return. Again, this makes it incredibly easy to see all this data for everything you have open at any given point in time. Now, if you want to add a few more transactions, because obviously this is just the past, you want to start adding things moving forward, there's 2 ways you can do it. If you like to be a little bit more hands-on with your positions, you can enter manually. I'll show you an example. I can go ahead and save, and I can go back into my active campaigns, and I can see those updates that I just made. You can see my cumulative net premium went up over time. Obviously, I sold a cash secured put, I got assigned, I turned around and wrote a covered call. My net premium is going up, my return is going up. Or, if you don't want to enter them manually, which you may not always want to do, again, you can just do another export of a CSV from your broker. You can see these are the rest of the trades on the same day. I can import them, and everything's updated. Now, a quick note on what it shows here for gain lost in your total account value. This number is not necessarily going to align with what the value of your account that your brokerage states. The reason for that is that we only count realized gains and losses as part of your premium. And the reason for that is very specific, that this is a tool designed for people who are trading the wheel or writing cash secured puts or covered calls, and it doesn't always matter what the price of the underlying asset is doing. If you reference back that AT&T campaign that I showed you, obviously the stock price was fluctuating while that was going on, and it didn't necessarily matter what the value of the underlying asset was until I exited that position. So I'll show you this example here of this Walgreens campaign. This has been open for quite some time, 206 days, and I have nearly $500 in premium gained. But while I've been in this position, the price of Walgreens has decreased substantially. And if I were to look at my brokerage at this position, it's going to show that I actually have a loss because the price of the underlying asset has moved against me. But I still believe that my basis on this position is lower than the fair value of Walgreens, so I have no intention of exiting this position at anything less than what my basis is. So while I'm waiting for the price of the stock to recover, I'm going to continue gaining premium. In some cases, I've actually opened up more risk and lowered my basis here while it's been going. 16% annualized return, been open for 206 days. If at any point I were to decide to exit this position, if for whatever reason there was an adjustment on the fair value of the price and I realized my basis was above fair value, I might exit it. And at that point, all the loss that I took would then be discounted from the premium, or from the gain loss that I'm showing in the account. So as a part of your portfolio, if you're holding some ETFs or you're holding something that's buy and hold, you're going to try to hold for a long time, you're not necessarily going to see the return here unless you've actually received dividends or maybe a stock lending payment from your broker or whatever it is. This makes it much easier to see how much money you're actually making from your trading strategy, what your annualized return is, what your actual return is. Because like I said, I'm going to continue to gain premiums from this Walgreens position. It doesn't matter what the price of that stock is doing. I believe that I still have acquired it for lower than fair value, and I fully intend to keep making premiums on it until it recovers and the price moves above my basis, at which point I'll exit and I'll have that campaign closed.
As cool as the automated campaign tracking is, it's only a part of what Premium Pirates can do. I'm going to drop some links to videos down below. You've got to check out the High Returns Option Scanner and the Advanced Watch List as well. And if you haven't already, head over to premiumpirates.com. You can sign up for a 14-day free trial. It's fully functional. You can use the option scanner as much as you like. You can set up some campaigns and keep tabs on how much premium plundering and market rating you're doing.